Mr. October is coming to Oklahoma City. Barry Trammell, along with Darnell Mayberry, we're here at Thunder headquarters, where Thursday night the Thunder drafted Reggie Jackson of Boston College fame. And Darnell, sort of a surprise selection.
Yeah, depending on who you ask. I think there were a lot of reports out there that said the Thunder had given this kid a promise as early as April, maybe May. So I think he was a guy that the Thunder really targeted early on in this process, and depending on who you believe, the Thunder may have given him a promise and knew he'd be there all along. He shut down workouts, didn't work out for anybody, but he did come here and work out. Sam Presti just gave a press conference about this pick. Wouldn't say who he worked out against, but he did work out here and for no one else, so it makes you believe that they did indeed give him a promise.
What does the Thunder like about this 6'3" athletic guard?
It sounds like Russell Westbrook. I'm not comparing him to Russell Westbrook, but it sounds like, 6'3", athletic, long arms, is able to score. It sounds like he has some nice tools that they could really use, whether it's in place of Russell Westbrook, sort of in spurts off the bench or behind Eric Maynor, or together with those two. So, I think that given time, he could be a really good player, a really good option for this team.
Doesn't sound like going to be a lot of opportunity early. The Thunder has 5 guards in the rotation. Do you expect Reggie Jackson to play much his rookie year?
No, I expect him to be in the D-League with the Tulsa 66ers a fair amount of the time. This is a pick for the future. They want to get a good player in the program. I think the most interesting thing is Eric Maynor is up for a contract extension next summer. If all these guys pan out the way we think that they're able of panning out, and garnering big contracts, Serge Ibaka, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Eric Maynor, these guys, they might have some trouble keeping all of these young players on this roster. So Reggie Jackson's a guy who could replace Eric Maynor in the long term. They want to keep Eric Maynor here for the short term, but when his contract extension comes up, I think Reggie Jackson could be a potentially good replacement.
Well, here's what General Manager Sam Presti and Coach Scotty Brooks had to say about Reggie Jackson.
Well, we look at him as a pretty versatile player. We look at him as a guy that has played both positions. We like the fact that he's got a great feel for the game, great pace to him, but also combines that in a package with supreme athleticism and length, which are all qualities that we like in our players and have been a big part of our progress as a team.
We're very impressed. Just when I met with them, could you just tell my first reaction was, this is a good kid. He looks you in the eye, shook my hand, and just the little things I really appreciated out of him. But on the court, he was terrific. And I've only saw him for 45 minutes or an hour workout. So, but the hour was good. Sam is, as we all know, Sam is as thorough as anybody in this league. He studies, he analyzes every player that we look at. And he's very excited that he was available, and we're excited to have him.
Reggie, will have to come in obviously and do a heck of a job. As I said before, we're a returning team that has we're returning 8 of 10 rotation players with 2 free agents that were part of that rotation, we feel pretty good about that. It's pretty good to be able to sit here and say that we're able to add another young player that we feel very good about, but we're doing so in a situation where it's really added depth to the team.
An interesting pick by the Thunder. Some thought they might go with Kyle Singler of Duke. Some thought might go from an international player. But instead, it's Reggie Jackson of Boston College. Stay tuned for further coverage of the Thunder every day in the Oklahoman and here on News OK.